Hey my beautiful Virgo peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your mid-April 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope all is well. Just want to mention before we start, if you're interested in personal services, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my channel, always, yep, there you go. Feel free to check out this channel for sure, but also feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below. Be happy to meet you over there if you'd like. But nonetheless, guys, let's get on into your mid-April reading here and we'll see what we got going on. We got a couple different decks to play with today. I'm definitely feeling a little more of a free flow kind of reading for you, so I'm going to use some Soul's Journey messages here. I'm also going to use the Kipper deck, and then we'll get into tarot, okay? So let's take a look here and just see what Soul Journey tarot messages you need to hear at this moment in time throughout mid-April 2023. What do we have here for Virgo? We're going to get like 2 cards here. Of course, this portion of the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I mean, that's for the whole reading, right? But ultimately, let's just see what random messages come out. So we do have your death showing up here for you, right? It says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. And I love that because I say that very often. Now, of course, we're talking about metaphysical death here, right? In the retrospect, that with every new ending always becomes a brand new beginning. So stay on the lookout for new beginnings, especially if things in your life are coming to a close and an end. You know, we do have this solar eclipse. It's very powerful, this new moon and solar eclipse energy coming in for us. And with that being said, it might take a turn and close out some cycles in your life. But I want you to know that the cycles that are being pushed out to move you into a place to put you at ease. You know, you'll kind of come to notice that the cycles that are closing in your life in general were cycles that were probably chaotic. Whether it was, you know, jobs bringing you too much stress, was it a relationship bringing in too much chaos, friendships, was it, you know, your path? And if those things shift and change, just know that it's okay, because where it's going and where you're going is to a place of peace. And that's the most important part. You know, next message here, indecision. You know, I use intuition in all aspects, of my life. Yeah, I think that this is a time right now to listen to your intuition as you're being intuitively guided. I definitely get that feeling here for you, Virgo, where it's like, for the longest time you felt stuck. I don't know what to do. There's a lot of chaos in something you've been trying to make work that's been showing up with that, there's been a lot of chaos in something you've been doing, but it's been a lot of resistance, right? You've been trying to make something work that simply isn't. And I think that the more you've fought against the tide, you know, the more and more stress and more resistance you felt. So you've kind of been in this place where the universe is trying to bring something to an end in your life. There's something here trying to come to a cycle, trying to come to a close, but it's been so difficult to get there because you've been fighting to keep this cycle alive. I think that if you were to allow yourself to let go here, coming into mid-April, the experience would be to move you to a much more harmonious place. All right, let's look into the Kipper. What does the Kipper have here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-April? We have here toil and labor. A lot surrounding career, Virgos. A lot surrounding career. Letting go of a career is not easy, especially one that you've worked in for years. For some of you, it can even be your own business. You know, maybe this is something that was your baby, something you really cherished and loved. And it's like, of course you want to fight for your kid, right? Especially if you look at a business you started as your baby. You want to fight for it. You want to continue to nurture it. You want to continue to water your crops because you planted seeds all that time ago. But I feel like it's very taxing on you. So some of you guys could be dealing with a business or just career in general that's been very taxing for you, and it's kind of at the point where maybe it's not bringing in the finance you need and it's not worth the benefit of what you get out of it. You know what I mean? You're putting in all this work, but what are you getting in return, right? So I almost kind of get that feeling for you, Virgos, where it's like you could be working so hard, but all you're experiencing in return is resistance, right? When maybe there's a better way, maybe there's a better option. We have your gift. Yeah, I feel like the universe is trying to bring you a gift for sure. Family room coming in here as well. Beautiful. When you think of the family room, what do you think about, right? You think about family, being comfortable, relaxed, sharing stories, right? It's a time where you can unwind, chat with your family, and just be close to everybody and talk about your day and just enjoy some quality time. I kind of think that you're at that point in your life, Virgo. Maybe some of you guys are getting ready for retirement. If you are getting ready for retirement and you've kind of been adamant about not retiring or hesitant to do so, I think the universe is trying to say you're going to be okay. You know, don't worry about it. You're going to be fine, especially with all the money in your 401k and the money in your retirement. Like, you'll be good, you know? So if you have any worries about retiring, you know, this is the time. Don't worry about it. You know, don't resist retirement. You know, give yourself that time to finally relax and chill out. But if it's not about retirement here, I definitely get the sense of like, maybe it's time to shift into a career that really brings more ease instead of a career that keeps on bringing in stress and hectic energy and chaos. So if you're a Virgo dealing with really chaotic work situations here, it might be time to change it up. Okay, it might be time to allow that new direction that's trying to come in as you end and close out your cycle here with your previous employment. Okay, now keep in mind, it doesn't have to be about work for every Virgo. This situation can certainly be about relationships. Maybe there's a relationship you have fought for so hard day in and day out, but all you've been kind of met with in return is resistance. And if that's the case here for you, Virgo, as much as you cherish and nurture that relationship, it's okay to let go and set it free. If it comes back, it's meant to be. But if there's a better way, a better relationship, a better option, by letting go, that's how it's going to be invited and welcomed into your life here in mid-April. Okay? All right, let's get into the official tarot reading here for Virgos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the second half of April 2023. Let's get on into it. Starting out with the overall energy for mid-April, we begin your reading here with the Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is a massive card of stability. It's comfort. It's about being at home and being around family and just feeling like you have everything that you need in order to be very happy and very successful in life. Having a look into your current situation, Three of Wands, we got here the Six of Wands, we got here the Princess of Swords, otherwise known as the Page of Swords. So you've kind of been waiting, for that stability for a while, I think. Three of Wands here to the Six of Wands, you've been waiting for success. But if we're in the energy of waiting for success, that means that success hasn't come in. So you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for all the success, but it's like, where has it been? Looking at the Page of Swords is the card of like, I'm trying to keep my eyes out and keep my eyes open. And you've been looking out for all this success, but like you feel like it's nowhere to be found. So you've been facing a lot of resistance, but you've also been very resilient. You've really been going after something you want. And I think that that's admirable. I always tell people to never give up and to never quit. And I think that that's important in life. But I also think that there is a time to accept redirection. Especially if something has become way too difficult to do, or if there's been way too much resistance in what it is we're doing, sometimes it's better to take a step back and see, is there a better alternative? Is there something in the back of your head saying, hey, maybe we should try going in this direction instead of what I'm currently doing? Listen to that little voice. It might have something really to say and something really to show you. Okay, so I get the feeling here of like, you've been looking for success to come in, but the success hasn't been there necessarily. All right, yeah, we got here the Emperor. The Emperor card here is like the energy of control. It's like, I know what's in my power and I know that I'm powerful enough to create the success, but I just feel like I've not hit a period of luck, or I feel like I've been unlucky in my endeavors, right? Maybe you feel like you've been unlucky in love, unlucky in work, unlucky in your friendships and personal relationships. It's like, I just feel like no matter what I do, I can't catch this break. It's nothing but chaos that I'm experiencing. Let's see what you should be aware about. All right, so what should Virgos be aware about in mid-April 2023? First card out is going to be the Seven of Swords reversed. And then we also have here the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I really feel like the moment you walk away, Virgo, from whatever is causing so much resistance in your life is the moment when you really start entering an energy of peace. Yeah, that's what's showing up here for you. It's like, if you walk away from this struggle in a relationship and take a break, it brings peace. If you walk away from that stressful job, it brings peace. And I think that in your head, it's like, well, I can't afford to walk away from these things. For example, if it's a job, it's like, I can't afford to walk away from this job. Like, I have a livelihood to make. I have money that needs to be made. I don't think it's about walking away from a job and saying, hey, I'm not working anymore, right? It's about, where can I go next in my career? Where's a better suit or a better place for me? You might not think there's any other better place than where you are now, but maybe there is. And if you were to go out there and give something a new, give a new, job or situation a chance, you might be surprised and shocked at just how well of a fit this new job would be for you. Same with love. It's like, if you give it a break here with somebody and you go off and do your thing, they do theirs, you might find somebody that you never intended to meet, but they're the most amazing and down-to-earth person for you. So walking away, I feel, from this current circumstance that's caused a lot of resistance is going to bring a crap load of peace coming into your life. But I think that it's also going to bring in a lot of happiness here too. So that's what I see here so far in reference to what to be aware about. But, we also have here Eight of Pentacles coming in. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. And then lastly, we have here the Lovers. Yeah. I think that working towards a new goal and working towards letting go is going to bring in something new that you're going to feel heavily connected to. So guys, I know that so far, the main message that's coming in here for you is that you've been pretty indecisive about change. You've been pretty adamant of sticking to your current path, and the universe is saying, let go, Virgo. And you're like, no, you know what I mean? I don't want to. Like, I set out to do something. I have my eyes on a prize. I set out to do a goal. And I think that what's interesting about life and interesting about God and universe, whatever you want to call it, is that like we all have our own free will, right? We all have our free will to do whatever we want. We all have our free will to create our own types of paths. But God also has a path for us too. And sometimes the path that God makes or the universe makes is better than the path that we're on. We might not see it, we might not understand it, but God has a better plan than what we have for ourselves. And we can fight God, you know what I'm saying? We can keep doing our own plan. But inevitably, it's going to keep getting to the point where it's like, how much resistance do you need to see to realize that this isn't going to work out? And we need to shift somewhere different. And I feel like that's kind of the point of where you're going to get to coming into mid-April, where it's like, how many times am I going to keep trying the same thing to get the same result and recognize that something here is just not working? And that's when God starts to open your eyes to the next path. That's when God says, here's my plan. Why don't you take a look at it? Why don't you give it a try? And then that's where you get surprised and shocked, because you were like, if I knew this earlier, I wouldn't have wasted my time going after the same thing, getting the same results. I would have listened to God's plan. So God's plan is trying to make its way into your life, but it's really going to be about, are you going to keep doing the same thing, or are you going to give a chance here to let go and see what the universe has at stake, see what the universe has to offer? Because here's what's being offered to you. Wheel of Fortune, Lovers. Fortune, for sure. Lovers card, being heavily connected, in love, happy, passionate towards this new beginning. Eight of Pentacles, it's going to still require work. It's going to still require effort on your part. But in order to get there, you have to get into the practice of letting go. And it's not easy, guys. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm sitting here trying to be on this high-ass pedestal, being like, yeah, it's so easy to let go. No, it's not. You know, there's a lot of things I love and cherish in my life, and if the universe asked me to give it up tomorrow, it would not be easy. It wouldn't be. There's a lot of things I love and cherish that I don't think I could easily give up. And if I was asked to do it tomorrow, would I? It would take me some time too. I know me personally, I'd be stubborn as fuck, okay? Because I could be a stubborn person. So I know that about myself, and I know I would be. And the universe has humbled me many times in reference to my own stubbornness. Because I have gone and done things relentlessly, because as a Cancer, I have a lot of relentless energy. I have a lot of resilient energy, if you will. And I have been stubborn about a lot of things in my life until eventually I'm like, okay, I get the situation. I get what's going on here. And then I let go. So I get that it's very hard to do. But I'm asking you guys to give it a chance. Just give it one chance. Give it a chance here to let go. You know, if a new beginning doesn't come, if I don't resonate with you, you know, you can always go back to where you were. But I think that giving this chance of letting go is going to massively open doorways in your life going forward. Let's see how the rest of your mid-April is going to pan out. So how's the rest of mid-April panning out here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We did have a jumper, and that's going to be the King of Pentacles. Nice. Being cool, calm, collected, and grounded. We have here the Hangman. We have here the Three of Pentacles. We have here the Four of Swords. Yeah, I genuinely think that if you put to a halt what you're doing now, you're going to feel like everything else is working out for you. Three of Pentacles. That's the energy of things working in your favor. Why are things working in your favor? Four of Swords. You're isolating from doing the same thing and getting the same results. King of Pentacles. You feel more grounded with what you're doing now because you're getting results. So let's say, for example, in terms of a job. Maybe this is about letting go of a business. Maybe this is about letting go of a, career that you've been doing for a long time. It's not easy to let go of it, but let's say you let go of it and you started working somewhere else. Why does it feel better suddenly? Because it feels like there isn't all this heavy weight and resistance on you. It's like this new job is actually working out pretty damn good for me, you know? Same thing with a relationship. Maybe you needed a break from somebody you've been with for 10 years. It just wasn't working anymore. You go out, you're single, you might meet somebody relatively quickly, and that person's awesome, you know? Why is it working suddenly? Because maybe you were with the wrong person. Why was that job so taxing on me? Maybe it was the wrong job. So you're going to see the change here. It's going to become so much easier. I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this month, if you allow yourself to let go, you're going to start to see yourself moving out of all the hectic energy and align with harmonious things. This is the time here with the eclipse to move into harmonious energies that really resonate with you. But it's going to have to start with you being able to not be afraid to go somewhere new. Okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and have a look and see what the universe has to say real quickly, and then we'll go ahead and close out with an overall outcome, okay? All right, what does the universe have to say here for Virgo? What would be some of the best advice coming in from the universe? We have here the Temperance, we have here the Four of Cups, and we have here the King of Wands. Just breathe with the Temperance card. Four of Cups, just let go, okay? And King of Wands showing up here for you. Allow me to show you something that's really going to interest you, excite you, and set your soul on fire. God is saying, trust me. That's what it is. God is saying, trust me. The universe is saying, trust me. And I don't want to repeat all this anymore. I know you guys get the point, but it really comes down to that. Trust me. And I can show you what will happen for you. Trust me, and everything's going to be okay. I think that you might have been holding on to your current path because in a way, fighting for something brought a sense of security. And that's an interesting retrospect, right? Holding on to your current path because in a way, fighting for something brought a certain sense of security. And if I was to stop fighting, maybe that made it real that there wasn't much security at all to begin with. And when you come to the realization that you're not in a secure place, it's very uncomfortable. But the way you're going to get to that secure place is accepting the new. And that's what it's really about. So it's almost like if you can come to the realization that fighting for something that's not working was already a lack of security, then you've been in a pretty big lack of secure place for a while. And once you can kind of realize that, I think it makes it a little bit easier in a way for some of you to kind of transition over into a new beginning, because it's like, what do I have to lose if I already feel like I've kind of lost what I previously had, right? So I think that if we can kind of look at it from that perspective, it's like, okay, then let's just see what happens next, okay? All right, guys, let's look at the overall outcome for you. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-April 2023? And what do we got? We got here the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, abundance will surely be yours so long as the opportunity is taken. Okay, so long as you jump into the new beginning, so long as you give a chance to God's plan, you know, you will see the abundance you're looking for. You will see the peace you've been looking for, and you'll see the change in your life, the death and the rebirth. All right, Virgo. So I love you guys. Listen, I know readings like this sometimes can be like a total pain in the butt because it's like, I get it. Like, I understand that like there may be a different path out there for me, but like I want what I want. Like I know. And I know that sometimes it makes us feel like, do we even have free will at all if we can't do what we want, or if God has a better plan? But I think that sometimes it's not that we can't still succeed in the things in life that are tough, but sometimes we're inevitably just going to have to realize that those things we think we wanted so bad weren't what we really wanted until we gave the new opportunity a chance. You know, in a way, it's almost like the universe allows you to see that you thought you wanted this, but really you want this because God knows you better than you know yourself. You know, so I think that that's a very powerful message behind that. So, you know, hopefully you guys resonate with this reading. I do hope it helped, honestly. I really do. I know that this reading can be a little triggering and irritating to hear, to be honest. I know that I got a little irritated even hearing it myself. You know what I mean? Because I've been here before and I know how much it sucks, but it's going to be okay. You know, this is going to be a moment in your life that's going to pass, and you have to let it pass. And you have to be willing to be free here and to be in that free float state of going with the flow and just trusting the plan and knowing that what's coming next is going to be okay, because you're going to be okay. All right. I love you, Virgo. Have a great day, guys. I do want to mention, of course, thank you for watching the reading. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Let me know down below. But I do want to thank you guys for being here. Of course, if you're new, definitely consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. And also, once again, everybody, if you're interested in personal readings, products, so much more, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. Virgo, have a lovely day. Have a great rest of your April. And I will see you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.